Hey, Facebook Live. Welcome to Coach Nora's Word. It's always a pleasure on Sunday. Like I said, Sunday is my day to just relax and just converse and just say things that are happening around the world and just say things that are happening in our community, in our lives. As a family life coach, it is always a pleasure. As a person who wants to see the family founded and real good, kids being raised right, mothers loving their kids and being with real wives in the home, fathers being fathers in their home, and making sure and single people know how to choose their partners. It is always a pleasure. Happy new week. This is July. It's almost going to an end. Are you super excited? I am. And welcome again to this show. We've been talking so much about how to choose your life partner, but today we'll be talking about the role and the influence of in-laws in a marriage. So, bonsoir et bienvenue à mon monde. C'est ton coach Nora. C'est toujours un plaisir et je suis très heureuse. C'est une nouvelle semaine et jouer en temps de partie. Tu es heureuse? Moi, je suis parce que je sais août arrive bientôt. Dieu merci pour la grâce. Nous avons parlé pendant peut-être 2 ou 3, 4 semaines concernant comment choisir son conjoint. Mais nous allons parler des influences des beaux-parents dans le mariage durant tout ce temps-là. Peut-être pendant 2 ou 3 dimanches, on va voir l'influence des beaux-parents. Attention, il y a plein de choses. Si tu as les suggestions, si tu as les questions, n'hésite pas à écrire ça en tout cas en bas pour que nous puissions voir et puis nous allons parler de ça. Si tu as les enquêtes que tu veux qu'on parle, écrivez-la et puis nous allons parler de ça. C'est un lieu où on partage tout. Ici, on parle de tout et de rien. C'est pourquoi nous sommes là. Donc, si tu as les questions, les inquiétudes, il y a les choses que tu traverses, tu n'es pas obligé de mettre ton nom là-dessus. Tu peux dire ma soeur ou bien mon frère traverse un moment et je voudrais qu'on en parle. Concernant ces sujets-là. Donc, bienvenue encore. Serrez les ceintures et nous allons entendre beaucoup de choses. Si tu as des choses à dire, peut-être j'ai oublié de parler de ça. Il faut en parler. Aujourd'hui, ce sera l'influence de belle-mère dans le mariage. Avant et après le mariage. Attention. Plein de choses à en parler. So I was saying today we're going to be speaking about the influence of in-laws in the marriage, before and after. And we'll be talking mostly about mother-in-laws, their influence in the marriage, especially on their sons. You will ask me, what about the women? It's true. But most times, most men have the issues of their mom being in the marriage and having a lot of influence. And so we're going to be talking about that this afternoon. And so relax, put on your seatbelt, and just understand that this is a real word. And whatever we're saying, a lot of people have gone through this, and people are still going through it even in this 21st century. And so if you have a comment, if you have anything you want to say, just leave it in the comment box over there. If you have a suggestion, maybe something that you have to say concerning of the family or whatever it is, we are open. We want to learn. This is why we are here, and this platform is created for that. As a family life coach, I'm always willing to be able to learn, to want to see what's happening out there. So we do a lot of research, and we see, we hear other people's testimonies, and we see what other people have been going through, and we bring it on our platform to just bring awareness to the people that we serve. And so thank you once more for coming on. Et donc, je parlais de l'influence des beaux-parents dans le mariage, surtout la belle-mère. Donc, tu veux te marier, tu es une jeune fille ou bien une jeune dame, tu veux te marier et tu croises un monsieur. C'est vrai, on aime toujours quand un homme respecte sa mère et il respecte sa soeur, c'est très important. Mais quand ça devient trop, où l'homme n'y peut rien sans sa mère et tout ce qui se passe dans la maison, sa maman doit être impliquée, là, il y a un problème. Il faut faire attention. Tu n'es pas encore marié à ces personnes-là. Et tout, c'est ma mère, ceci, ma mère, c'est là, et ma mère doit faire ceci. Ah, toi aussi. Attention, parce que ça, là, quand vous allez vous marier, il y aura quelque chose qui va se passer dans le foyer. Et on appelle cela la belle-mère qui vient s'asseoir pour prendre contrôle en tout cas, des foyers de son fils. Parce qu'elle a toujours rêvé de cela. On voit ça tous les jours. Les mamans qui ne laissent pas leurs fils partir. Pourtant, la Bible dit qu'un homme quittera son père et sa mère et s'attachera à sa femme. Ça, là, il faut que l'on comprenne que c'est très important. On accouche nos enfants, mais on ne faut pas les suivre jusqu'à dans les mariages. Donc, il faut qu'on fasse attention à cela. Si tu es une mère, tu m'écoutes, peut-être tu fais cela même sans te rendre compte. Et tu te dis, mais c'est vrai, j'ai fait ça, mais c'est mon fils. J'ai payé ses études, j'ai pris soin de lui, j'ai fait ceci. Mais il a épousé la fille de quelqu'un d'autre aussi. ses parents ont fait la même chose. Donc, c'est le temps pour que les deux se mettent ensemble et fonder et aussi leur foyer. Donc, il faut faire attention. Like I was saying earlier. So, a lot of times, mother-in-laws, maybe, I don't know, maybe they have this attitude without knowing them. Most mother-in-laws will always want to be so involved with their children's marriage. It's not wrong. It's like we always say, it's good to see a man who respects his mom and love her and respect his sisters. This is the kind of man you want to get married to, because if when he gets married to you, he's going to have the same respect and the same love for you in return. But when it comes to a point where the man, everything he says, my mom, my mother is this, my mother has to do this, and you guys are not married yet, honey, be very careful, because after that marriage is going to be a fight, because that man will want to have his mother have almost the same role in that marriage as his wife. It doesn't really work together. That's why for those who are religious, or maybe those who are Christians, the Bible says that a man will leave his father and mother and will cleave to his wife. That word cleave means just the two of them, the two of them together. So nobody has to come in between them. It's true, you raise your son, and maybe now you feel that your son is getting married and you want to be a part of that marriage. Yes, you can be a part of that marriage, but not causing trouble in the marriage. Be careful how you get into the relationship. Do not be a mother who wants to always be in your son's house. He's married. It's good. It's good to visit your children when they get married. It's good to go there once in a while to see them. Even every other weekend to see them is very good. But you should know how to be able to get involved into that relationship. It's very important. Donc je disais, tu es une belle-mère et ton fils s'est marié. Et tu veux être toujours chez lui à la maison. C'est pas tort, mais il faut savoir comment y aller. On ne peut pas dire qu'il faut pas partir, peut-être une fois par mois, peut-être 2 fois. Mais quand tu y vas, il faut connaître ta place. Tu es la maman. Et voici ton fils maintenant a épousé une autre femme. Une femme qui est maintenant la femme dont il vit avec. Donc, connais ton rôle en tant qu'une mère. Faut pas aller chez cette dame-là et tu veux pas le contrôle de tout dans la maison. Oh, mon fils aime ça comme ça. Mon fils l'aime quand on fait ceci. Mais il m'a épousé. Donc maintenant, ce n'est plus mon fils. Oui, quand on est belle-mère et belle-fille, il faut que nous deux, on s'asseye et puis tu me dis tout cela. Tu sais, tu as épousé mon fils. Vraiment, j'aime le fait que vous êtes mariés, mais je vais te donner conseil en tant que ma fille aussi. Tu sais, mon fils l'aime quand on fait. Ça là, c'est quand une belle-mère parle à sa belle-fille, mais quand tu viens chez moi à la maison, dans mon foyer, et maintenant, en plein devant tout le monde, ou bien devant ton fils, et tu commences à me dire, maintenant, mon fils aime ceci. Ça frustre. Il faut savoir aller chez ton fils. Il faut savoir te comporter quand tu y vas. Et c'est très dur à dire, mais c'est surtout dans les familles africaines, c'est beaucoup dedans. Beaucoup de mamans sont comme ça. So as I was saying, most of these men will always have their mothers so involved into their marriage that they don't even know their own role as mothers anymore. Can you imagine a mother-in-law comes to her son-in-law's house, her daughter-in-law's house, or maybe her son's house, and she wants to take over everything that's happening in the house. Maybe she came to spend some weekends with you guys. Maybe she came on a vacation. And what she'll be telling you in the morning, oh man, and you guys been married for, maybe even if it's just 1 or 2 months, you guys been married for 3 months or 1 year. You guys knew each other before you got married. And the man saw this lady and he got married to her. There are things that they know about each other. But now you as a mother-in-law, you come to that particular house and in the morning you want to be all over the kitchen. Oh, my son doesn't like this kind of breakfast. My son does not like this kind of lunch. My son doesn't like this kind of dinner. Yes, you can suggest to me as the wife. That means you call me, maybe you call me when we're having our own quiet time together as mother-in-law and daughter-in-law, when we're having our own time, maybe going on a girl's date. You can start to tell me things that maybe your son like that I want to learn. But you're not going to be coming into my house and trying to kind of show me what you used to do to your son when he was still living with you in your house. Oh, my son doesn't like people treating him like this. He doesn't like this kind of dishes. He doesn't like that kind of food. My son likes to be treated like this. Yes, this is nice. But you just getting it wrong. As a mother-in-law, you have to know your role when your son gets married. Like me, I got a son. And I always tell him when me and him talking all the time, I don't want to be that mother-in-law who is going to be all over the place with my son when my son gets married. I want his wife to be my friend. I want his wife to be my girlfriend. I can look for. We can talk. We can be able to talk. I can go on a date with her. I can feel that she's my daughter also, even if she's married to my son. Let it be a relationship that has nothing to do with my son and wife, and then I have to start taking sign all of that. I want to be that mother who will give my son chance to love his wife. I don't know if anybody understand what I'm saying. Comme je disais auparavant, j'ai un fils. J'ai un fils et mon fils, quand je parle avec lui de temps en temps concernant son mariage, et je lui dis, quand tu vas te marier, je ne serai pas une belle-mère qui va venir se mettre dans ton foyer, en tout cas, parler sur ta femme. Je ne veux pas être comme ça. Je veux une belle fille qui sera une amie pour moi. On va sortir ensemble. On va aller faire des courses. Elle sera comme ma fille, moi-même. Je veux qu'elle m'aime pour qui je suis. Pas une belle-mère qui est nien partout dans nos foyers. Je ne veux pas être une telle belle-mère. Donc, je suis en train d'apprendre. C'est vrai que j'aime mon fils. C'est vrai que je veux le voir heureux d'une certaine manière. Mais, dis la vérité. Ton fils ne veut pas être comme il est dans son foyer quand il était sur toi à la maison. Il y a la différence. C'est pas possible. So, like I'm saying, your son, as a mother, will never be the way he is when he in his marriage, like when he was in your house, when he was living with you. When he was in your house as a mother, there are things that he did, that you guys did together, and you had him as a son, and you were doing certain things, but now he's married. The lady he's married is not his mom. They are not, that's his wife. So things will not be the way it was when he was living with you. The woman has her own sentiments. Maybe the way she gets hurt and then express herself will not be the way you were when your son offended you, the way you express yourself. She might be maybe a little bit the way you don't like it. But hey, this is his wife. And so don't be there and maybe there's something happens and your son offends your daughter-in-law and she's offended and you want her to have the attitude that you had when you were raising your son. Oh, why can't you just behave like this? Why can't you just be like me? Instead of telling the young lady, oh, calm down. Let's talk about this thing. I know it's not easy, but you're trying to kind of side with your son in her face. Be careful. Even if your son is right, as a mother-in-law, you're there to bring peace into that family. We ought to speak to somebody who has wisdom, somebody who wants to make sure her son has peace. What you don't understand is when the two of those people in confusion and they come back together, you're going to be the worst person ever. Even if your son loves you, because there are things he will tell his wife, he wouldn't even tell you. I'm telling you the truth. Don't mind my mom. She's such a troublemaker. She always comes to make sure we have confusion in our home. But anyway, just let her be. He would say that to his wife. I'm telling you the truth, mothers. Open your eyes. You raise your son. Let them go and get married. Let them grow up. Let them have their own family. Don't be too attached to them in their marriage in a way that they'll have your name all over the place. My mother-in-law is a wicked mother-in-law. We have seen that all over the place. And a lot of women do portray that and it's happening and it's breaking up marriages. Be careful. So, comme je disais auparavant, tu ne peux pas être une belle-mère qui va aller dans le foyer de ton fils et qui veut être dans tout. Peut-être ton fils évite à sa femme, on fait une petite discussion. Et peut-être même si ton fils a raison, mais devant la fille, tu es en train de lui dire, oh, tu as tort, mon fils a raison, et tu commences à parler sur elle. Tu es en train de détruire le foyer de ton enfant. Faut être une belle-mère qui est neutre, qui va dire, oh, ma fille, je sais que les choses vont bien se passer, mais calme-toi. Essaye d'être une belle-mère qui va envoyer la paix au lieu de la division. Parce que si demain tu n'es pas là, les deux vont régler les affaires. Ton fils va parler mal de toi. C'est ça. Donc si tu es une mère, tu m'écoutes. Moi aussi, je suis une maman qui a un fils. Faut pas te mener dans le foyer de ton fils parce que une fois que les deux sont ensemble, les deux se disent beaucoup de choses. Faut pas aller te mettre où ils vont commencer à maintenant dire à sa femme, oh ma mère, trop, elle est trop, en tout cas, elle se met trop dans nos affaires. Et moi, ça me prépare, c'est parce que ma mère, donc, je suis obligée de faire avec. Donc, chérie, vraiment, je m'excuse. Tu es en train de gâter la relation entre toi et puis ta belle-fille parce qu'elle ne peut jamais te voir comme la même personne. Sois une personne, quand tu viens, même la fille elle-même, elle te voit comme sa maman. Elle veut se tuer pour faire tout pour toi. Elle c'est belle-mère qui va amener la paix dans la maison. Quand tu viens, tout le monde est heureuse. Faut pas venir puis tu prends ta place, tu es là où la belle-fille s'asseye là, c'est là que tu veux t'asseoir. Le fauteuil où elle et son mari s'asseye là, c'est là que tu veux aller t'asseoir. La nuit, les deux vont t'attendre pour parler de leur foyer, mais tu ne dors pas à l'heure. Tu es là jusqu'à 1h du matin. Tu parles à ton fils jusqu'à 23h, minuit, 1h du matin. Quand même, toi aussi. Donne-leur le temps de pouvoir parler ensemble. So like I was saying, if you are a mother-in-law and you came to visit your son and there's a confusion between your son and your daughter-in-law, be the peacemaker. Don't be that mother-in-law who wants to be able to stick the side of her son and telling the world that, oh, you wrong, my son is right, and trying to bring confusion. Because at the end of the day, when the two of them are good together, he's going to say things to his wife that you don't even know about, and it's going to be, and that girl is going to keep stopping in her heart against you forever. So be somebody who is going to be a peacemaker. And if you come on a vacation, maybe you're on a weekend to your son's house, give your son and his wife the chance to be together. Do not be that mother-in-law who comes to that house and want to be all over the place. Both ways. Mother-in-law on the daughter's on the lady's side or on the husband's side. Be a mother-in-law who wants to make sure your daughter or your son and his wife or her husband have time together. You are spending a month or two in the house. But every night, 11 o'clock, 12 midnight, you are still sitting with your daughter and still talking to her. Still sitting with your son and still chatting with him. When are they going to have time to be together as couples? And so the more you stay in their home, the more they have confusion. Because there's no more time for intimacy. There's no more time to spend together as spouses. They don't even have time to even talk about their children. You are always in there. Find time to find an activity when you're in their house. Make sure maybe if they have kids, be more of the kids. Take them and let them have more time together. Be a mother-in-law, and when you come over to your children's house, they will say, oh, mommy is around. It's the time for us to have all that intimacy together. Because when she's here, she takes care of the kids. And me and my husband, me and my wife have the time to be able to hang out together, have dinners together, make sure we have other things that we can do together as couples. Don't be the one when you come. Every time you come, then the man finds out that his mother-in-law is around. He doesn't even have time to even stay with his wife. It's not his wife is seeing all of the faults on him. The things that he was doing before that didn't even bring any confusion. Now, when he does that, she gets irritated, she gets angry. What is wrong? What are you telling your daughter? What are you seeing that she doesn't see that you're telling her? What are you telling your son-in-law that the wife is not seeing that's making him angry? Be somebody who, when you come to your daughter-in-law or your son-in-law's house, everything is about peace. I am telling you, a lot of African parents do this. And if you are watching, and maybe you are a mother, or maybe you are a father, and you are so maybe involved with your children's life, and then they're about to get married, or maybe they're already married, and you see that they're going through struggles in their marriage, and maybe you have overheard once in a while that, you are the cause of why the marriage is falling apart. It's about time to watch yourself. Take a step backward and allow them to face their own confusion and go forward with their life. Because I'm telling you, you cannot be the reason why a marriage has to fall apart. Like I was saying earlier, I'm a mother and I have a son who will get married one of these days. I know it's going to be a little difficult for me because I am very close to my son. We are attached together. But I'm learning over the years and over the months and over the days that my son is getting married. And he's getting married to somebody's daughter. I have to make sure that our daughter is happy, that she has everything she needs as a wife to be happy in her own marriage too. I cannot be the one always intruding into my son's business and making sure he's not even thinking of his wife at all. When he buy his wife gift, he got to buy me a gift. It's not right. No. If you are in your daughter or your son-in-law's house and maybe your son offer his wife a gift, be happy that he's making his wife happy. Don't be there and be all frowned up like he's not buying you a gift and give the same way he bought gift for his wife. A lot of women, a lot of mother-in-law go about doing that. Donc quand je disais auparavant, tu es marié à un homme ou bien une femme et ta belle-mère vient à la maison. Peut-être tu es un homme et tu as acheté un cadeau pour ta femme. Et ta maman, elle est fâchée parce que tu as donné cadeau à ta femme. Pourquoi? Faut pas être une mère qui va amener la haine dans le foyer de ton enfant. Que ce soit la belle-mère côté de la femme, belle-mère côté de l'homme, il faut savoir que, en tout cas, le foyer les appartient. Et une belle-mère qui sera heureuse que ton fils offre une fleur, un cadeau à sa femme. Ou bien ta fille a payé cadeau à son mari. Il faut être heureuse. Parce que c'est leur foyer. Laisse-les, ils vont vivre. Tu as rien vécu pour toi. Laisse-les, ils vont avoir le temps ensemble en tant que les épouses et les époux et qu'ils jouissent de leur mariage. C'est très important. Il ne faut pas être une belle-mère qui va être, quand tu viens, toute la maison est debout. Même les enfants sachent que quand nos grands-mères viennent, il n'y a pas de père dans nos maisons. I have seen them a lot of times. Where a lot of women will say, every time my mother-in-law comes into our house, every time she gets in, even my kids will find out that my husband is never the same, my wife is never the same. The house is always divided. Because she's never happy. There's no laughter. Even the things we did before we laugh about, we can't laugh about them anymore. Because she's in the house. She always offended about something. Oh, you didn't serve me in the right bowl. You didn't give me the best food. You did it. Everything, you complaining about everything. Hey, I want you to understand that you have had your life before. Let the children have their own life together. They need that happiness. They need that time as couples to be able to enjoy themselves. So you be the one to come and give them and be a push to their marriage and give them that happiness that they need. Just be a part of their marriage. Not somebody who's going to come and destroy what the marriage is already like. Be that mother-in-law. When you come to that house, everybody's excited. I'm telling you the truth. Do not be a mother who will come and then your daughter is having attitude. That is not that she doesn't want to have sex with her husband anymore. I don't know. Whenever you come home, there's something wrong. The woman is always having a different attitude. Now she doesn't hang out with her husband anymore. She's always with her mom. Or me and my mom going on a date. Me and my mom going on a date. We're going to that place and you find a man all by himself, all alone, doesn't even know what to do with himself. He comes from work in the evening. His wife is never there. Even if she's at home, she's with a mom somewhere else. No, for African parents, I'm talking to those who from Africa, African parents. This is our attitude and we have to stop. We have to learn to know that when people get married, they want to be happy and they want to have that time together and they want the in-laws to be a part of their marriage. But if the in-laws will be the one who will be causing division and causing them to divorce or maybe causing unhappiness, then we have to come back and sit down again and be able to talk, because this is not right. You don't want to get married to a man where when his mother comes in the house, you're not at ease. For the next 1, 2, 3 months while she's there, the marriage is shaking. Or maybe your man got married to a woman who, when her mother is in the house, you never have the time to be happy. Even when you are at work, you feel more happy. When you come in home, you're like, oh my gosh, I'm going back to that same life again. My mother-in-law is such a, I don't know who she is, but whenever she comes around, my wife is a different person. Even in our own room, she's not even happy. So there's something wrong. And so just, if you are watching and maybe you're going through some of these struggles and you are a man or you're a woman, you're going through that with your mother-in-law and you asking yourself questions, I think it's about time to be able to go back on your communication table and call your wife or your husband and you guys should sit and redefine your marriage again, because I'm telling you, this is something that is very important. It has been happening for years and years and years, and we have seen a lot of marriages fall apart. Even our own parents before, even though they didn't do the marriage as we do big marriages today, they had traditional weddings and they come together. And we always find out that the mother-in-laws before, it's not even happening, it's not even now. Maybe in the 18th century, 17th century, we saw that before, where we have stories about our own parents telling us, oh, my mother-in-law was so bad to me when I got married to her son. She always had me going through a lot of struggle until she even died. I didn't even have peace. And we had to end up getting divorced. We have seen it. We have heard that. It shouldn't be ours in the 21st century. We should be parents who are willing to be able to let go of our children when they get married. Let them have the happiness that they want together. Let them have the peace they want. Do not be that father or that mother who wants to be in their children's marriage every day you want to be in their home. Even, yeah, it's good. It's good to visit your kids. It's a very nice thing. I love family. But I'm telling you, I want them to have the time together. Let them miss me as a parent. Let them say, oh, mommy, can you come over to our house and come visit us? We miss you. Let it not be that, oh, mommy, whenever you come, my husband is not happy. Because let me tell you something. If I am married and my mother comes over to my house and my husband has to complain, I will definitely let her know. And whenever you come over here, my husband is never happy. So when you come in, make sure you come in a happy mood. Because this home belongs to me and my spouse. This is our own. This is our territory. We want to be happy. We are raising our children in this. We want to be happy. We want them to be happy too. So don't ever come here and then when you come, there's always confusion. Donc, comme je disais auparavant, j'ai parlé beaucoup longtemps en anglais. Comme je disais, il faut être une mère quand tu vas chez ton beau-fils ou bien ta belle-fille. En tout cas, elle est heureuse que tu es là. Il ne faut pas être une belle mère quand tu viens, tout est mélangé. Même les petits enfants sachent. Ils te connaissent déjà quand tu viens. Ah, grand-mère arrive. Parce que quand elle vient, tout est mélangé. Tu ne souris jamais. Tu n'es pas heureuse de rien. Même quand la fille te paye un pain, tu trouves le défaut sur le pain qu'elle a acheté. Quand elle te paye un chaussure, tu veux comparer tes chaussures avec ce qu'elle épaule. Quand même, quelle belle-mère. Il faut être une belle-mère qui est heureuse, qui apprécie tout ce que ta belle-fille te fait ou bien ton beau-fils te fait. Il ne faut pas être une belle-mère qui veut venir être en compétition avec ta belle-fille ou bien ton beau-fils. Non. C'est vrai que tu as éduqué ton enfant, mais maintenant qu'il est marié, c'est fini ça. Parce que Dieu t'a confié cet enfant pour que tu puisses l'éduquer. Et quand il se marie, bravo. Tu as fait un bon travail. C'est pas pour cela que tu vas commencer à vraiment vouloir que le monsieur ou bien la dame se tue à cause de toi et laisse son foyer à cause de toi. Je comprends. Je suis une mère moi-même. Je veux que mon fils, demain, quand il va se marier, il va être à mesure de me rendre heureuse en tant qu'une mère. Mais c'est différent, c'est deux choses différentes. Il faut savoir différencier entre les deux. Il faut savoir le faire. Et pour ceux qui ne sont pas encore mariés, il faut voir ces côtés-là. Si tu cherches à te marier et puis tu trouves un homme qui a tout, ma mère, par-ci, ma mère par gauche à là, il faut poser bien la question avant de poser ces messieurs, parce que sinon, tu vas finir par fuir. Parce qu'un homme qui veut constituer sa maman pour tout avant de venir te parler, non, il est encore un bébé. C'est un enfant. Parce qu'un homme qui va aller demander, je vais demander à ma mère ce qu'elle pense. Je vais demander à ma mère ce qu'elle veut dire. Il n'est pas encore prêt à se marier. So as I was saying, a man who has to go and consult his mom about everything before coming and take a decision in the marriage, he's still a boy. That's not a man to get married to, or maybe you are married to. A man who has everything that when he wants to do, he has to, my mom has to agree first, or the lady, I have to go and tell my mom. It's not everything you have to go tell your parents. You and your husband or your wife having a project. Maybe you want to build a house and you want to surprise your in-laws. But she will have to always go and tell her mom because her mom has to know everything she's doing in the marriage. No, that's a wrong attitude. There are things that a man does not want your mom to know about. Keep it secret. Do not tell your mom everything that your husband is doing. Done. Your husband wants his own privacy. Your wife wants her own privacy. So there should be some secret between the two of you. It's not everything you go run into your mom's house. Oh, you know what my husband did today? He did this. Oh, no. Honey, that's a mistake. There must be some things that your parents will discover and your husband will be so proud to announce to them. Don't go and tell them, oh, yeah, my daughter already told me, or my son already told me that. That is a wrong attitude. Learn to protect your spouse, the person you married to, learn to protect them. Understand that you guys have a family together. That's a nuclear family. It's true, your mother is part of your family, but it's two different things. You cannot love your wife the way you love your mom. It's not true. It's two different things. The love you have for your mom is different. And the one you have for your husband, your wife is very different. Know how to differentiate between the two. If not, you're going to be causing yourself trouble and you're going to have a trouble in your marriage all of the time. And I just want to urge you, maybe you're going through, maybe what I'm talking about this afternoon. Maybe you're having issues with your mother-in-law in the marriage. Maybe your house is shaking because your mother-in-law is always there to cause trouble. And you are asking yourself, how can I work on this thing? Like I was saying, find time to talk again. You guys need to sit down and redefine your marriage. What do you guys stand for? Maybe you're not telling your wife or your husband what you guys need to do as couples when it comes to the in-laws. It's very important. And I'm telling you, there are some mother-in-laws who they're just too hard to deal with. Very hard to deal with. No matter how you want to please them, you buy them shoes, they will start to compare your shoes with the one you have. If you buy them, maybe you're happy, they will say, oh, the leather you bought for them is too cheap. Even if you buy any gift, anything you do, they find it very wrong because they feel that their son is having the money or their daughter is working, she has money too. That is a wrong attitude. And I just wanted to just encourage you guys. This is the part one of the show on the influence of in-laws in the marriage. I know next Sunday, if anybody have a suggestion you want to put in that you want to talk about, put it out that we will talk about those things. In-laws have a lot of influence when it comes to the marriage, a lot of influence, especially in our African community. A lot of in-laws do not know their roles in their children's marriage, and there's always confusion, there's always problem. And so how can we get rid of this problem? This is the time to talk. So leave your comments in there. Leave your suggestions. Let's talk about it next week Sunday because we still have time. We have maybe 2-3 Sundays to be able to discuss about this. But it is very important that we know how to carry ourselves, especially as mother-in-laws. Like I'm saying, I'm raising a son. And I don't want tomorrow my son gets married and my daughter-in-law has to be offended all the time because when I go to her home, my son is always having a different attitude. No, I don't want that. I want her to be happy. I want to make sure that my daughter-in-law feels that she's secure, that she got married to a man of her dream, or a man who will bring her happiness. I shouldn't be the one to be causing trouble in her marriage. No, I should bring peace. I should make sure I see them happy together all of the time. Let me be the one to kind of like cover them with gifts and love. Et so, comme je disais auparavant, nous avons peut-être 3 ou 4 dimanches à parler de cette affaire-là, l'influence dans les beaux-parents dans le mariage. Et donc, si tu as des suggestions, n'hésite pas, il faut écrire cela. Envoyez-nous les messages pour que nous puissions parler. Parce que c'est un sujet qui est très important. Surtout avec les parents africains, comme je disais auparavant, les parents africains ne veulent pas changer. Ils veulent être totalement impliqués dans le mariage des enfants qu'il fait quand même trop. Et les enfants, à la fin, ils sont obligés de se séparer ou bien divorcer parce que les parents sont vraiment impliqués dans leur mariage. Et les belles-mères qui viennent et elles veulent s'asseoir pendant 1 an, 2 ans, 3 ans. Et quand elle est là, en tout cas, la vie n'est plus la même. Parce qu'elle est dans le foyer. Elle veut voir comment la manière dont elle est servie. Elle veut voir comment la manière dont son fils est servi. Et elle commence à prendre les petits défauts partout. Et à la fin de compte, tu vois que le mariage commence à avoir des problèmes. Et à la fin, c'est le divorce. Donc, vraiment, si tu as les suggestions, nous devons parler de cela parce qu'on voit cela dans nos communautés, dans nos nations, partout. En tout cas, les gens en souffrent et nous devons en parler. C'est pas un sujet tabou. C'est le sujet que les gens ne voulaient pas parler de ça auparavant. Nos parents ont souffert. Mais maintenant, nous devons ouvrir les yeux, en tout cas les jeunes qui sont en train de se marier. Et puis nous-mêmes, pourquoi pas? Pour que nous puissions savoir que c'est un sujet très important. Et donc, like I was saying, the influence of in-laws in the marriage is a subject that is very important in our African community. And a lot of Africans don't want to talk about that because they feel they will be frustrating their parents, and maybe they will be hurting their parents. But we need to talk about this. We have to have an awareness on our role as in-laws into our children's marriages, or those who are already married, or maybe you are preparing your children to get married. Don't be that in-law that when you come to your children's house, they're not at ease anymore. How can you go spend 1, 2, 3 years in your son's house or in your daughter's house, and when you are there, there's no peace for 5 years? The man cannot have his own space in his own house. And what he wants to do now is start having girlfriend outside and trying to find comfort in somebody else. And then you'll be complaining, my husband doesn't stay home anymore. But look at your mom. She's in the house. She's taking over the whole house. Even when your husband comes back home, he doesn't have space in the living room anymore. He has to be all cluttered up in the bedroom. You have taken over the whole house. You have to watch that. We have to understand that when our kids get married, it's not because they're getting married because they want, we have to be all over the place. No. You have already played your role as a parent. You educated them good. Congratulations, that's right. But now give them the chance to be married and enjoy their marriage. It's very important. I'm not saying as kids, we should have our parents come over. But after a year or 2 or 3 or 4, your marriage is shaking, you have to learn to understand that something is happening. Open your eyes and see that you have to work on that marriage. Maybe your mom doesn't have anywhere to go. You're the only person that she has to stay with. But you can still make it look good while you still take care of your wife or your husband. There should be some rules set in your house that your mom has to understand that it's true, you my mom, you are here, but this is my wife also, or this is my husband also. Our home is like this. And so that she will understand that she will not just come and say, oh, because it's my son's house, it's my daughter's house, so I will just behave the way I want when I was raising my son or my daughter. No. I think it's about time we redefine all of those. It is very important. And so for the next couple of Sundays, we'll be talking about the role of in-laws in the marriage. And I am super excited because I know this is things that people are dealing with. Maybe you will say, oh, I didn't go through that. I didn't have this experience. But I'm telling you, a lot of people are going through this. And for those who are planning on getting married, it's also important that they get to know that before they get into a marriage. Or men who always want to go and consult his parents or his mom before coming back to take decision. He's still a boy. It's not somebody you have to get married to. Even he's 50. He's still a boy. Because a man will take the decisions and then face his wife. But if a man has to run to go and see his mom, oh, my mom had to say yes, my mom must say yes, my mom must say this, there's something wrong. And so I believe it's about time we bring an awareness and educate ourselves on how to really run our marriages without our parents having so much influence on the marriage in the negative one, not a positive way. How we can be able to work it out so that we can be able to be happy as a family. And so it was such a pleasure coming on. Like I tell you guys, every Sunday for me is a pleasure. And when I come on here, I enjoy myself because this is where I can express myself and talk about subjects that people are going through in our communities, in our nations, all over the world, and things that people want to hear. Because maybe you might feel you know it all, but there are some things that you might just a word, maybe it's just one thing, might just say, yes, oh yeah, I'm going through this, and you will see that you need to kind of be aware about those things. So thank you so much for those who always supporting and coming on here to encourage me. I want to hear from you. Maybe send a message, leave a comment in there, and just tell us what you want us to talk about on Sundays like this. We are talking about the roles of in-laws in the marriage for the next 2-3 Sundays. If you have any suggestions, just don't hesitate to just send it to us. We'll be glad to talk about those and different information. So thank you so much. It's always a pleasure. Have a happy, blessed new week. I love you guys. Comme je disais auparavant, tous les dimanches, moi je suis très heureuse d'être là. Parce que pour moi, les dimanches, je viens et puis je m'exprime sur les sujets. En tout cas, ce qui se passe dans nos communautés, dans nos nations, partout, surtout dans les communautés africaines où en tout cas, on a les sujets tabous que les gens n'en parlent pas. Les gens pensent qu'il faut, dans les trucs qu'on ne doit pas parler, surtout quand on parle d'influence des beaux-parents dans le foyer. C'est un sujet très tabou. Parce que quand tu vas parler de ça, tes beaux-parents seront énervés ou fâchés et ça va briser le foyer. Et donc, en tout cas, je suis contente que nous devons parler de cela. Donc, si tu as les suggestions, si tu as les questions, écrivez cela pour que nous puissions en parler. Pendant les 2 ou 3 dimanches à venir, nous allons parler de, en tout cas, les horreurs et les influences négatives des beaux-parents dans le foyer. Et donc, je suis très heureuse. Chaque dimanche, quand je viens, je suis tellement relax. Parce que ici, je peux parler de tout et de rien. Peut-être tu me dis que, oh non, moi, ça ne me touche pas. Dans mon foyer, les beaux-parents ne sont pas là, ils font rien avec mon foyer. Mais tu as tes enfants qui sont en train de grandir. Prépare ce temps-là parce que toi aussi, tu seras un beau-parent demain, une belle-mère demain, un beau-père demain. Prépare-toi pour ce temps. Pour que tu puisses savoir comment te comporter quand tes enfants te marient aussi. Parce que c'est important. C'est vrai que les parents de ton mari ne sont pas là, ou bien ta femme ne sont pas là, mais toi, tu seras un parent aussi. Tu as un fils qui a déjà 15 ans, une fille qui a déjà 17 ans. Dans 10 ans, tu seras une belle-mère. Comment tu vas te comporter quand ton fils va te marier ou ta fille va te marier? Réponds à cette question pour dimanche prochain. En tout cas, c'est un plaisir de venir vers vous cet après-midi. Passe une très bonne semaine et sache que cette semaine, les bénédictions t'attendent. Et réclame cela et tu auras ça. Et j'ai pris que, en tout cas, cette semaine, on passe cela dans la paix et dans la joie. Et le mardi, on se retrouve pour prier encore à midi, le dimanche et le vendredi soir à minuit. En tout cas, nous serons là encore pour prier ensemble. Donc, merci pour ceux qui me suivent partout dans les pays francophones. Ça me fait plaisir. Partage les vidéos. En tout cas, dis à quelqu'un que nous parlons des sujets, en tout cas, qui touchent la famille surtout. Et ça me fait plaisir, tout ça là. Merci encore pour toutes ces personnes qui partagent des vidéos. Continuez de le faire. Et en tout cas, amener, en tout cas, l'éducation à nos parents qui ne savent pas. Ils font cela, mais sans le savoir. En tout cas, parle à ces personnes. Partage des vidéos et puis aussi écouter et que les vies les enfants soient changées pour le meilleur. Also, like I was saying, thank you so much for coming. It's always a pleasure. Share the video. Maybe there's somebody who needs to hear something. It might not be for you. Maybe for you feel it's not something you want to listen to, but somebody wants to hear that. Tag a friend. Tell them that you listen to a video and there's something that's one thing you learn and that they have to listen to it themselves. And so thank you so much. It's always a pleasure. See you on Tuesday at midday. We'll be praying again on Friday midnight. We're always on this platform because when it comes to a family, when it comes to the society, when it comes to our neighbors and our nations, we have to talk about things that we have to bring awareness to our people. It's always a pleasure and I love you guys. Have a pleasant week. Remember, this week is your week. Just keep declaring positive things. No matter what you see in the atmosphere, no matter what's happening around you, know that it is not going to last forever. We are going to get through this and we're going to come back and sit on the same platform and still laugh again and still smile and talk about what happened yesterday. Thank you for tuning in. It's always a pleasure. I love you guys and see you on Tuesday. Have a blessed Sunday and enjoy the moment. Take your wife out. Take your spouse out. Take your husband out. Take your fiancé out. Fais sortir ton fiancé. Fais sortir en tout cas ton petit ami. Vous voulez préparer vous marier, sortez un peu. Ne sois pas trop dans la maison ou bien en train de vous dire non, il n'y a pas la vie dans la vie. Sortez un peu. Va quelque part où vous serez ensemble pour parler de la vie. So go out, go on a day, maybe just go to a drive-through. Just maybe 30 minutes drive could change something in your marriage or maybe in your family. So do something new together this week and you will come back on here with testimony. Love you guys and have a pleasant evening. Bye.